Hello, Earthlings, hello, Starseeds, hello, Divine Masculines, Divine Feminines. I can continue, but today in this video we're going to talk about 2020 predictions. We're going to talk about what this year is going to bring you and how you can use the energy of it, how you can sharpen your intuition, your awakening, how you can push your awakening. So 2020 is about the divine feminine. It's all about being more feminine with yourself and with other people. Again, you can be male and still, have this feminine energy around you. It's also about the females that you're dealing with in your life. It is the Fool's Journey, and I have talked a lot about the Fool's Journey. Also, I have been talking about the Fool's Journey with Kiris in our new project Tea and Tarot, where we are talking and going through all the major arcana. So again, make sure to take a look at these episodes. We are putting out a new episode every Wednesday. I will put a link up here for the Fool, because again, this year is all about the Fool's Journey. So it is going to help you to really understand that it's actually linked together. You have to imagine the feminine energy as freeing people who are stuck, people who are trapped, people who are, people who are captured physically or mentally. And how she's freeing herself is with showing her true powers. And that is why it's so important that we are free-spirited and that we walk on our own path, feeling that power. And with this Capricorn, Pluto, Saturn mix, it is like this new raw diamond. And a lot of people are afraid of this mix, of this energy that it gives, because it is heavy, it is pushing us. And if you are one of those people, it is because that you do need to say goodbye to something old, an old part of yourself or old part of your life. And that sometimes also means people from your past. You have tried to please other people, you have tried to give other people, you have created from your heart, and still people ripped you off in the end. People still hurt you in the end. If people keep attacking you, this is really going to be your year. This is the beginning of your year. This is your Fool's Journey. You're going to claim this decade, this success, this magical love coming your way. This is the moment where you are finally going to be free. Be free to really attract what it is that you really want. You're really going to, have this power of wanting to move forward, not being afraid of moving forward. Again, some of us has been afraid in January, some of us has been afraid in this month of February. February is always the month where we doubt ourselves most. January is more where we're like, yeah, we're gonna, do something new. We are going to grab the devil by the horns and control the devil. But sometimes in March we have this realization where we're like, oh my God, this is too much. I mean, can I do this? Am I ready to do this? And a lot of you guys are in this moment where you feel this. And it's like the story I told about like your higher self being on a mountain and your ego self being in the valley. Like your ego self is like, climbing around in the valley, not really getting anywhere. And now you're really going to be ready to climb that mountain. And this is the moment where you're going to be done helping other people who climb over you, who use you so that they can climb up the mountain. You're not going to allow that anymore. And I did a reading today. If you go to my posts, I did post a picture also. It's also on my Instagram. So follow my Instagram to see that. But that reading really shows that we are not going to let people step on us anymore. We are not going to let people use us anymore. This is a very big year, people. I'm just saying, this is the year. This is 2020. It's a whole new decade. It's a whole new energy. It's the perfect year for You climbing that mountain that you have been looking up at for the past 10 years. It's you starting out the projects that you want, breaking down the old job that you actually don't really feel happy about. Again, I did talk about that with myself. I will link it up here because I have had so many realizations in February. Did I say March before? Well, we are soon in March. I'm totally confused about the month now. If you think about Pluto and Saturn together, you have to think about Pluto being control and power, total domination, and Saturn being authority, but also time, divine timing. So if you put power and time together, what do you get? You get a diamond, right? That's why that this year is the diamond. Like, a lot of people think that they can get from A to D by standing on other people's shoulders. Like, you know, not really doing this. Yes, rooster, you know what's up. I did talk about the rooster in so many videos because the rooster is all about prosperity. It's all about that you're protected on your journey. So every time we hear the rooster, the neighbor's rooster, you know, while I'm filming, it's a sign that the universe is like, you have the power to go in the direction of luck and abundance. Like, it is yours. But we are done letting other people, you know, jump on us to get to, you know, to their goals, to use us for that. It's also for people to realize that you can't jump from A to D without falling, because that you do need to learn things. You do need to go through the fool's journey. It's very, very important. You know, don't be slappy with your work. Don't be slappy with the content that you put out. And it's not a negative thing. It's just because that you are not going to be happy in the end. And you're not going to get the success that you really want to get. Don't plow through people. Again, it is very important, and I say that because that some people out there have had this tendency to do that. And other people have had the tendency to let other people do that to you. It's the same with the law of attraction. A lot of people think that it's, you know, it's so easy. If I just say my affirmations, if I just think really hard that I want that thing, then it's going to come to me without me doing anything. That's not how the law of attraction works. That's not how power works. Power is also, you know, being inspired by other people. So you get inspired by other people's work, and by that you create something new. So power and time. It takes time for you to learn something that other people have learned. But there's a difference between taking and using that power. You can't just snap power into existence. You have to take power. You have to take and create out of that from, you know, wherever, from someone you watch, from a friend, from a family, from a magazine, from a TV show, from, you know, just a thought that you have. That's power, that's creation. The solar eclipse that we had was all about water, it was all about Cancer, so there was a lot of emotions that needed to be washed out. And a lot of us felt that in relationships, but also in work, in projects, because we got pushed into realizing, is this good for you? How are you feeling about your job or your relationship? What are your emotions telling you? Like, are you happy or are you sad? You know, are you feeling joy? Are you feeling motivated? Because, you know, we have to feel motivated so that we can go. Again, power. We do have to go underneath the water. We have to feel our emotions. We have to find and destroy all our demons. And then to rise when the time has come, when the time is ready. So a lot of us in January, but also in February, we rised up again. We were like, I get it. I know what it is that I did wrong, or I know what it is that I actually want in my life now. If you don't choose to destroy your demons, you are never going to rise up again. And January was all about that for a lot of us. A lot of us really felt very, very shitty in January, me included, because I was like, do I want to do the photography? Do I want to go full-time with YouTube? And I wanted to go full-time with YouTube, but I didn't believe in myself with that. I do that now, I take action, but only because that I went down in the dark, deep sea of emotions, and I, took the devil by the horns and was like, you are not controlling me anymore, and your demons are not controlling me either. The demons can be a part of your past. This can be ex-boyfriends, this can be family for some people, it can even be children. I mean, it can be whatever. If you are someone who didn't want to deal with what is underneath the water, if you were like, no, I'm not ready, I'm fine, but I'm not happy, it is going to be pretty difficult now that Capricorn is in play, because Capricorn is really like, poof, it's very hard, it's very cold. Again, this is a cold year, but it's because that we need to get out of our little shell. And just because you didn't analyze your emotions in January doesn't yes, Rooster, doesn't mean that you will be lost, but you have to see it like if we put our bills in the closet, like we don't want to deal with it, it's going to be very, very bad at some point, and you do really need to get control over the debt. So it's the same with your emotions. It's going to get to a point where you really have a mental breakdown. The same if you have had people in the past who hurt you, who didn't experience karma, who just got away with the bad, with the negative, and with the hurt and the pain. They didn't expect 2020 to come around. I get all sassy when I say that. But for real, 2020 is the year of karma. If people did something wrong, karma is going to be like, I didn't forget you. I saw what you did 2 years ago. I saw what you did 10 years ago. So, if people hurt you, don't be stuck in this anger, because karma is going to take care of that in a very emotional way, in a very cold and brutal way. This rooster really want to have a word today. So okay, so now that this is like a very feminine number, or there's a feminine energy around 2020, this is a very intuitive year. It's basically about the strength of the woman. Again, this like freeing people who's been captured, or freeing yourself if you have been stuck. The feminine is the spirit of life. We are, the feminines can give birth to a baby, like life grow inside of us. So it is a very strong energy with this year. And again, just because you are a male watching, it doesn't mean that nothing is going to happen for you. It's you have to see the feminine as the Holy Spirit, the universe, God, Buddha, whatever it is that you believe in. She is going to help you. She's going to make beginnings come true. She's going to free you from your demons. This is what this year is about, freeing us. New beginnings, intuition, believing in ourselves, believing in other people, climbing that mountain. Zero, the Fool's Journey. And you can also see like zero as like everything can happen. Like there's no limits. The world is your oyster. Like no matter what you have experienced in last year and the last decade, things can change. There's new possibilities for you. So you might look at this and be like, well, yeah, then I just have to think about it, and everything can happen for me. But there's a lot of things that you have to remember when it comes to that. Because again, we can't sit in front of the door and wait for the universe to knock on it. Be like, here is your desire. That's not what it's about. We do need to go out there, we do need to do things, we do need to use our power so that we can receive. We have to go through the lessons. But again, if you use your intuition, if you're freeing yourself from the past or from what's putting a limit to yourself, it's not going to be that bad. It's also for you to be prepared for anything to happen. And if you have worked on this the past years, if you have actually been putting out the hard work, either on yourself or, around your projects, they will come into fruition, they will come into your reality very quickly in this year. And I know that a lot of you guys have been working hard on yourself or on your projects or on, again, self-love. I know a lot of people hate self-love, but it is a big part of us manifesting. It's a big part of us attracting. If you have been laying in bed, if you have been lazy, if you have been like, nah, I don't want to, this is hard, I don't know what to do, I can't do that, it's not going to happen for you. You do need to realize the journey. You have to realize the mistakes that you have done. That's also, again, I'm going to put a link up here because it's what I spoke about in my manifestation video, my manifestation podcast. With you have to realize what you actually created in your life. You have to realize how you get out of that. You have to be motivated, to create, to bring power out to things. It's like a lot of people want to be the magician, but in real, you do have to be the high priestess, because you do need to be wise. You need to be flexible with yourself. You need to be quiet. Not that thing with success that I want to share to you guys, that if you have a project, don't tell anyone or everyone about that. Keep it for yourself, because people have a tendency to smash down your what it is that you want to create. They have a tendency to say like, that is going to be hard for you, or how is that even going to be possible? Then you're going to build that seed into your mind where you're like, well, maybe they are right, maybe I'm actually dreaming, maybe this is not going to work. So use the power of the high priestess. Keep it for yourself, whatever it is that you want to create. You don't have to show the world what you are building on. You don't. People who really are successful, they didn't went out there and like, this is my plan, this is my blueprint. No, they did, might have been talking a little bit about it, but they didn't blab out about everything. It's good to be secretive. It's good to be wise. Use your intuition. Learn to have control over your own self. And I had a dream, or I had a visualization with the high priestess. I will, talk more about it because it was very powerful, but the high priestess visited me in my visualization or in my meditation. I received a new spirit animal, new spirit guide that presented itself as a tiger, a white tiger. I even got the name, and the thing is that I heard the name before that I saw the letters, and it is Oksam. And it was just a very, very, very strange name for me, but I got, Oksam. And I have Everon that I also did talk about in the past, which is my dragon. And I got like a little toy dragon from Patty Negri years back, and we should find a name, and the name like Everon came to me straight away. And Everon is like, it's my spirit guide, because I see Everon as my, like, he turns to a human as well. Mostly it's a male human who follows me and who, helps me, especially when I go on my guided meditations. He's like, guiding me over bridges. He's, holding my hands if I have to step over stones and water. There's a lot of things. I could talk for hours about meditations and working with the spirit guides, because it's so powerful, and it's a good way for you guys to work on your visualizations, because you do get so many details. You can even get details about other people. You can meet other people. You can meet your friend. You can meet your friend's higher self, your mother, your father's higher self, your son's higher self. You can meet your twin flames, your soulmate's higher self, your girlfriends, your boyfriends. You can talk with them. But you only get the information that you can handle, you only get the information that you are allowed or that you can use in that moment. So let me know in a comment down below if you guys want me to talk about that more. But don't dominate other people to, you know, to get to where you want. That is rule number 1. And I will say that, yeah, this might be a very scary year for a lot of people, because you're being pushed out of your comfort zones. You're being pushed out to what is it that you actually want to do. Like, you can't be in something that's addictive anymore. You can't be in something that's controlling. You can't be in something that's hurting you. You can't be together with a person who's hurting you mentally or physically. We are over that step. And you guys need to realize that you deserve more. You don't deserve to be together with a karmic, because it's not about that anymore. It's not about the twin flame journey anymore. That's something that Spirit has guided me to talk about so much, that people need to realize that you being too focused on, like, my spirit guide or my twin flame, like, when is my twin flame going to come? I can't do anything about my twin flame. That's a lie, because it's not about that. And it's funny, because some time ago I did a visualization where I talked with one of my spirit guides, and I got told that you humans are actually not supposed to know about this twin flame thing, because it's burning out your brains. It's turning your brains to mush. Is that what you call it? Like, it's burning our brain, because it's the only thing that we are thinking about, our twin flame. And I've been in that, and I need to realize that I was actually, the person I thought was my twin flame was just there to put me on a spiritual journey. And I was stuck in a rut with all this twin flame thing. The moment I let go of it was the moment I stepped into the new, was the moment where things just suddenly made sense. Again, money rushed in, like opportunities, new doors. So it's for you guys to realize that, I just saw 1010, that yes, you might be on a twin flame journey. You might have a twin flame, but it's not about that anymore. It's not about another person. It's about you. It's about you controlling your life, manifesting what it is that you want, because no one is going to do that for you. No one is going to be the prince on the white horse knocking on your door being like, ta-da, here I am. You've been waiting for me. No. People, you need to wake up. And I am here to help you guys with that. I am not going to be one of those tarot reader who's like, your twin flame is coming in 2 months. Like, this is the person who's going to save you. No, it's yourself. It's you realizing where you want to go. It's you realizing how amazing and beautiful you are, how strong you are. You are the strong person, not, anyone else. And obviously you're going to find true love, because we are meant to find true love. We're meant to find our other half. But we do need to find ourselves. We do need to, let Spirit bring us together with that person naturally. It will happen unexpected. It will always happen in a very unexpected way. We will find love when we least expect it. That is something to think about. We find love when we least, is it least or less expected? So a lot of you guys might be like, well, what do I mean with this is the year of the feminine? Well, this is the year of the queen. Again, the feminine, the queen brings life. It also brings chaos. She is here to show you the way. She's here to be like, look ahead, there's blessings coming your way. It's for us to realize that we are strong in our power to give birth to new projects. A lot of people are going to be pregnant this year, so if you want to be pregnant, there is a huge possibility that you not only get one, but sometimes twins, if not more. Fourlings, treelings, what do you call that? So if you don't want to be pregnant, be careful with that. And it's also the time where our spirit guides are going to be more present, the universe is going to be more present, angels are going to be more present, UFOs. If, again, the government recently just came out with like, yes, they are real. because they can't hide it anymore, because it's so present. There's so many things happening on a spiritual level, on a 5D level, that is combining with this 3D world. So things are vibrating on a whole entire new way, or on a different level. And it is so magical because everything is combined in 2020. Numerology, astrology, tarot, everything is here to create this boom effect, this portal. So you guys better be a part of this life. Again, don't be the hermit. Don't sit at home, be like sad. Don't let anyone trap you, because this is your year to get out there. I just saw 515 while I said that. So yes, it's the year where we're going to travel. This is the year where we're going to find true love. This is the year where we're going to find ourselves, become a new person, or become the person that we forgot that we actually was. And I do like to picture this year as the High Priestess too, because we have the Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone. All that combined together creates life. And life experiences pain, hardship, and growth. Because sometimes we all want the crown, we all want to jump ahead. And the thing is that social media has allowed that to happen, because people think that they can jump from point A to point D. We actually forget that growth is a big part of our life. You know, again, the High Priestess. And with social media, it's so easy to put yourself out there, but you have to realize how you put yourself out there. And another thing with social media is that, especially with young people, that young people have this energy like, oh, I can just take from that, I can just take from that, I can just, you know, I don't have to create something myself, I can just take from other people. Because right now a lot of people are copycatting other people, because that they just want to be famous. And they don't actually really know what it is that they want. They don't want to create, they just want to be famous because they think that that is going to make me happy. But you know, those people are going to have like a karmic boost. They're going to fall down pretty hard. And the High Priestess, the Mother, Maiden, and the Crone is about the effort. It's about what it is that we want to create and how it is that we create it. It's the feminine, it's a divine feminine. It's the energy that we are in, you know, in 2020. So again, the fakeness is going to be illuminated in this year, like karma. We are also in this Aquarius, the year of Aquarius, or the, I can't remember what it's called now, but we are in this Aquarius energy the next 2,600 years. So we are going to be more aware. My camera totally decided to die. But we are in the year where things are being crossed down, like illusions are being like, you know, the fakeness is being polished away. Like the number of fakeness or taking from other people is outnumbered. It's like, it's not going to be a part of 2020 anymore. That's why the divine, you know, feminine is coming to, you know, punish or save us, to make us realize. So you can say the High Priestess is going to come. Some of you guys might even feel very connected with the High Priestess this year. Some of you guys might, you have dreams about the High Priestess. You might receive the High Priestess in a reading. So it's a sign for you to pay attention to what it is that you actually want, or what it is that you are creating. It's like the universe is one big brain, and we are small brains, you know, inside of the universe. So I guess you can say that we are all actually connected. And it's like astrology. Like the day you got born, your brain was connected with the universe's brain at that moment. That makes you unique. That makes you see things the way that you see things. That's why astrology is so important. That's why your chart is so important. Like, you are not just your sun sign. You're not just your moon sign, you're not just your rising sign. There's a lot of other aspects of you. And you are not only the bad traits of your sun sign, you're not only the good traits. Again, we are mixing, we are learning, we are creating. You also have to realize that everything that you see is a sign for what to come. Things are not going to happen straight away. You know, things are building up. It's like the small steps that we see and create on our path to what it is that we want, or what it is that we, you know, our destiny, our life purpose. And we have to walk slow so that we can see the signs, so that we can learn, so that we can get all the tools and the instruments, because you can't, you know, sail a boat if you don't know anything about it. There's a lot of things that plays into that, like the tides, like the water, like like, you know, the instruments and the ships, the wind. There's a lot of things that you need to think about. But it is a year where we are just, you know, slowing down. We realize a lot of things. We are in flow with, you know, with what it is that we want to create. And spirituality is a natural feminine thing, you know. It comes from the feminine, and you can go look that up because it is right. And a lot of feminine figures has been lost throughout the years, because that, you know, this domination, this world domination, like this ability to create has been lost. And that is why this year is the year where the divine feminine takes over again, because now we need to wake up. We don't live under other people's control anymore, and that doesn't matter if you're male or female. And I will say that's also why so many feminines out there are, you know, realizing that you can rise above whatever controls you. People who are in abusive relationships, you know, you get waken up, you release yourself, you have the power to walk out of that now, because again, the feminine, the spirit of the feminine is here to guide you. The divine mother of creation is here to guide us, to help us. Again, the same if you are a male and you have been living under someone else's control, you're going to break free of that. That's also why a lot of spiritual leaders who has been raping other people or controlling other people, they, you know, they get exposed, because that is the will of the universe, that is the will of the divine feminine. It is that simple. That's also why people, you know, transgender, you know, you are free enough to show your true colors. No one is going to control you anymore. No one is going to put you, you know, underneath this, like, oh no, we don't want that, this is not society. We are over that. We can be whoever we want. We can create whatever we want. We can shine our light. This is the year. Get out of the closet. If you are someone who is not out of the closet yet, if you are afraid of showing your true colors, this is the time where you are going to go out of the closet. You're going to let all the skeletons turn to ashes. You're going to clean it. You're going to turn on the light, close the door, fill that closet with new ideas, new magic, and forget whatever happened. Create something new out of the experiences. When it comes to the divine feminine, when it comes to the feminine spirit, when it comes to the number 2, there's a lot of domination over it. There's a lot of domination over pathways, decisions. Like, people try to dominate us. People try to be like, well, maybe you should just stay in the same work that you do, or maybe you should just stay in the same relationship because of this, because of that. We are over. I just saw a clear outline of a figure while I said that, and it was a very feminine energy. So again, while we speak about it, we create. So it's also to show you guys, if you speak about your creation, if you don't lock yourself down, things will come out there. You will create. And it is funny now when I think about this, like this being the year of the divine feminine, that I got told many years ago from someone who, you know, did tarot cards for me, that I needed to be more feminine. I had too much masculine energy in me. I let people control me because that's the masculine. That's the masculine energy. Like, if it tips over, it's too controlling or it's too aggressive. And the feminine is very, you know, it's very healing. Again, it's the creation. So I needed to become more feminine, and the past years I have really owned my feminine energy. I am becoming more feminine. I'm, doing self-love because that is feminine. That is what we need if you want to create. And I saw a very interesting video last week, and I was a little bit, should I talk about it or should I not talk about it? But it was about this twin flame where a lot of women let the twin flame, the male twin flame, the divine masculine control you because you're waiting for this person. That is the only thing that matters for you. It's waiting for the masculine. It's waiting for your twin flame, and you can turn it around because the masculine energy can be stuck. It can be controlling. So they want to have control. They're controlling you. And it was very interesting to hear about that because I was like, it's actually true when I think back on the person I thought was my twin flame, because he had the power over me without being there. He was not there. That controlled me. I didn't do anything. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't work. I stopped my projects. I was feeling unworthy. So do yourself the favor and say goodbye to your twin flame. If this person is meant to be in your life, they will come into your life. But do yourself the favor. Don't wait for anyone. Don't let anyone take control over you. I just wanted to share that because it was actually pretty powerful and it made me think about a lot of things. You have to realize that this year is for you now. This is your year. No one is going to take control over that. This is a year where you are going to step into your divine feminine energy. Again, no matter if you're male or if you're female, it's the energy of creating, is the energy of being yourself, not letting anyone control you. There needs to be balance between the feminine and the masculine. If there's no balance, it's too controlling. It's holding you back from what it is that you actually want. That is what this channel is about. It's about creation. It's not about the twin flame journey. It was because I thought that that was the only thing. But obviously I thought that because I was controlled by the twin flame journey. I was controlled by the masculine energy that was keeping me stuck, didn't give me anything. So it's so important for you guys to take your energy back. Be feminine. Don't be afraid of being the feminine. Don't be afraid of being the person who creates. Don't let anyone step on you anymore. It's time for you to honor your youth, your age, your look, your flaws, everything. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for you as a person, because you are the most perfect, beautiful creation that has been done. There's nothing wrong with you. What's wrong with you is that you listen to other people who said that. I just saw a raven like jump from the roof, like another sign. Again, don't be afraid of being spiritual. Don't be afraid to show who you are, your true colors. We are done hiding, especially you females out there. You are hiding yourself too much. You're letting things control you. Don't let anyone tell you that you are too wild, because we are meant to be wild. You know, we have a wild energy over us. Don't let anyone tell you that you have too much energy, that you have, again, that you need to change that, or you need to slow down, or you need to, again, your personality is your personality, and you are meant to be whoever you are. It's like if you take the Adam and Eve story, like Eve was the one who ate, from the apple first, but she was not the one who felt ashamed of it. That was Adam, because Adam represents the mind. Eve represents the emotions. Emotions can control knowledge. The mind is weak. It is knowledge that is power. But you have to work for that knowledge to deserve the power of it. That power can live within you, but it has to live low. It has to live low in you. It has to live in your whole entire body. So you have to realize where you put it. Do you put it at the foot? Again, it's like the chakras. You go from the base chakra and you go up. So you have to put, you have to put it low so that it can rise, so that it can fill your body. And don't put it, at the crown chakra. Always from the bottom, because if you put all the power in the brain, it's going to explode. It's going to burn out, like we spoke about. And minds do not like that. Minds wants to be happy. Ignorance is bliss. Adam would choose ignorance over eating the apple any day. But it wasn't for Eve. Eve wanted it because the emotions wanted it. And it is time for us to honor our emotional nature, because that is the true power. Because again, that is where the spirit lives. In our gut, in our intuition. It's like if you don't like a person, if you have a strong sense of something is wrong with a person, you feel it in your gut, you feel it with your intuition, with your instinct. It doesn't exist in our head. It's like if we manifest, we don't manifest with our mind, we manifest with our heart. We manifest with our gut, with our intuition, because we manifest what we feel that we want to manifest, what feels right. And when we manifest, when we love, we do need to keep our mind clear. Again, this, it's not what we create with, it's not what we love with. We love with our heart. And you need to allow yourself to be free from the mind, because again, the mind is controlling. Keep your mind strong, because the mind, puts boundaries out, and we do need boundaries when it comes to other people. Especially if you are empath, if you feel other people's emotions, you do need to put boundaries down. You do need to be careful with your own emotions. The age, that is what it's called, the age of Aquarius, is going to be very strong. There's going to be a lot of complex karma in 2020 because of this Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. And all this, with the Aquarius energy will happen on March 21st to July 1st. And then it's going to move back into Capricorn. So Saturn will be in Aquarius, and that's going to be complex karma. So we are going to get a little taste of that in the beginning of the year. We are also, again, in 2020, we have 3 lunar eclipses. So there is going to be 3 cycles ending. There's going to be a lot of endings in your life in 2020. But again, it is because you do need to push for the new, what you really want. There might also be a lot of bad communication this year, because again, it's all about what you feel, what you want to. Again, boundaries, don't let anyone step on you. So don't use your mind too much when it comes to that. Use your feelings, use your gut feelings. And I do feel this is going to be everything for this. I feel like I have been talking for way too long, but this is very important for you guys to understand, so that you can finally create. Because I know, and I see that in the comments, that a lot of you guys are stuck. A lot of you guys don't know how to be or get unstuck. So I hope this is going to help you. Let me know in a comment below what you think about all this. If you have felt the feminine energy, if you want to step into the feminine energy. I hope you guys are going to have an amazing day. The crow, the oyster. I can't speak today. The rooster also says it's a farewell, it's goodbye. Go out there, create, become part of this family, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.